Now I'm just gonna put it out there that my shop right now is actually clean. Like, this is the clean version of the shop. I mean, what's really good in a heated shop is just to keep opening and closing the door. All right, now while that stuff's cutting, I'm just gonna make a million of these things. These are gonna be my caps for my tubing. And it's really good to match your gauge. So that's like 1/8 inch and this is quarters. That's like the best thing about one of these horizontal bandsaws. It's just like having a robot in the shop. Like, it's just working while you're working. Alright, so those are my 4 cross pieces, and then these are my caps. And I was thinking about making plugs that like fit in the end there, but these caps are nice, 3x3, they came out pretty clean. By the way, do you guys like smoke them down to the filter like that? Like, get all of it? There's a foot of weld on each one of these pipes on the end. Alright, now I'm gonna grind the heck out of these welds. Just grind them flat and smooth and stuff, but beforehand you might as well take a look at them. I know there's welders out there who are all Instagram perfect and stuff, but that's what my stuff looks like. Pretty much. This side over here. You know, on this side I was doing okay. I was jamming along. And then I just lost track of the line and kind of went that way, so I had to come back and lump it up. Now I might have got like a little bit excited and welded and bolted these brackets to the truck and just thinking they were so awesome, but I didn't actually drill holes in them. When you do this, just drill all your holes before you weld stuff to the truck. Oh yeah. Basically, none of this stuff lines up square. 37 3/4, and then down here they're like 37 1/4. So my flatbed is going to be a rectangle. It's not going to be kind of funkified by like 1/4 inch. You know, I might like tuck the tail, but I'm not going to build like a freaking rhombus or whatever. So I'm going to lay these guys out to match the frame. So they're going to be, this is exaggerated, but they're going to be like a little bit like this, you know, a little bit wider at the back. And then the cross pieces are going to go on them, and the whole thing is going to sit like a rectangle. So that's just trivia, total trivia. But, you know, I thought I'd bring the knowledge to you. And I've got these guys marked. I don't know if you guys do it this way, but I just did like a little scribble scrabble with my pencil, so I know where to sand this stuff down. So right now I gotta do like some serious grinding and sanding so I can get all my connections nice and clean before I weld them up. If you guys think you can get a little more mileage out of this, you know, let me know. I'd be happy to send you this disc. Does that look right to you? Maybe like a little bit bent or something? And then not only is it bent, but this is just so ugly. It's almost like the welds are just skanked out or something. Yeah, I mean, there's just like a story here, and it's one of those stories you just don't actually want to hear. This is like one of those, like, you know, temporary solutions that last for like, you know, the entire time you own the vehicle. Now that at least looks better, you know, a little bit more authentic, official, whatever. I do have my socket like totally stuck on there, so it's probably just gonna stay there for future use. I think there's some kind of funky hanger bracket you can get for these guys. I've never really done much exhaust stuff before, so I'll have to find that on the Amazon. Maybe there's some kind of bracket that goes down. And then I need a funky, twisty termination kind of thing, because that only bought me a couple feet. So got to come up, around, and out the back. Chance of turning left here is limited by the tire. Okay, I've got it on my sawhorses with a couple of 2x4s. I'll be able to weld all the top stuff here and fabricate everything for the surround, but as for flipping it over, I'm not exactly sure. Just got like the slightest bruised rib that kind of acts up on stuff like that. So that's the basic dealio. Just got the weld on the bottom, and then this back side's got to be ground down a little bit so I can put the next piece in place. All right, so that guy is cutting in there. Let's just do like a little quick rundown about what's next. So basically my wood deck is gonna go on top of these cross members, but there's gonna be like a skirt, like a little bit of a angle iron frame around the whole thing. So right now what I'm doing is I'm making that angle iron frame, and it's gonna be, you know, 1 3/4 up from my rails. Is that gonna be good? Yeah, that's gonna be good. This is gonna be good. All right, so here's that Surroundio framey thing that I was talking about, and I got my 2x4 width spacers in there. So that's where the bed's gonna go. You know, the wood bed's gonna be like slipped in there. Anyway, when you do this, you're probably like all precise and you're gonna miter your corners. But I'm doing my flat miter. Flat miter welded up, looks fine. I think it looks fine. You know, basically just cut this guy out. Then this will cover the end, and it's gonna be good. So I got 4 of those to cut out, drop them in place, do a little zzz, zzz. Okay, quick tour of my Flat Mojo joints before I tack weld them. This one's just so pretty, you know, got like a little bit of space in there and everything. And I think they're just a little bit stronger than a straight up miter joint, just because you got a little bit of this and that, you know, more welded area, but that's probably total superstition and bogiosity. This one's pretty-ish. I'm just gonna have to kind of tweak the steel down a little bit. And now just don't totally gag in your mouth on this one. Look at that gap. Oh, Woo! When I was cutting this guy with my bandsaw, it just kind of got away from me, but you know, I'll fill that in, either stick a little scrap in there, some old coins or dollar bills or something. It'll work. Oh, and this one's not so bad, but it's held together by my mega magnet. You know, there's those little triangular magnets you can get for welding, but the mega magnet, this thing is almost unmovable. It's kind of like a clamp. And then this looks like it's got to squish in a little bit. I'll either bang on it once it's kind of coming together or fill the gap. I like the idea of banging on it. I think I'll bang on it. Just kind of squish it that way. Okay, so that's getting tacky. So there are like some awesome devices for this kind of situation. I think they're called like pipe jack. Alternatively, there's this totally janky setup. This is working out great, by the way. Definitely do it this way. It's just a terrific method. Whoa. All right, that only looked like desperate and inept. Anyway, the rack is upside down so I can hit the welds underneath before joyfully flipping it back over again. There's got to be some things we just, you know, we kind of like just agree not to talk about. Here's what we gotta dial in. We gotta figure out this kind of wiring situation. I kind of hastily just chopped these off without really marking anything or whatever, so we gotta figure those out, see if anything is actually live. This needs a back, skirt, tail thing, bumper situation and lights, all that. And then, remember this? This is our handy dandy fuel tank dripping stuff. I gotta figure something out right here. Maybe like a little piece of steel for that to go on. And also the headachio, this rack in the back, you know, we gotta like have something back here in front of the cab and potentially even up top for ladders and such. Yay. All right, so that is a running light and it's matched up with this. So this should have some juice to it. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. This is the plug with all those sensors and everything. I got rid of that. I wasn't really into sensors. This is our 7-way. Oh, 7-way. What's up with this? Oh, that's marker. And I just got to figure out right and left. Marker. You're just looking for a turn signal. Turn signal. Cool, this is left. And then the turn signal is going kind of spastic like, you know, like really, really fast. I think there's a relay, according to the internet, that governs that. So I gotta find that relay and give it the switcheroo. Still gotta like wrap up this exhaust. All right, so thanks for checking out the build. It's coming along, little bit by bit. Hit me down in the comments if you got ideas or suggestions or like grave concerns, you know, like serious freak out concerns. Just put those in the comments, we can talk about it. Otherwise, I hope to get the next video up soon. because this thing needs to get done. All right, see you in the next video.